Yo, what's going on, people? I'm back again with another weekly market review. Before we get started, let's get a disclaimer out of the way. All views and opinions are for educational purposes, all of that, not to be taken as financial advice. So yeah, let's go ahead and kick off. I guess it's been a sea change in the markets since last week's show. Might as well kick off with Bitcoin. And yeah, let's see what's going on. So I think we'll start off on the weekly like we do and go from there. So I believe last week we talked about price reaching into this weekly order block here, this bullish order block highlighted as shown. The open was 8,500. Price had hit this level, reacted, and then subsequently broken through since the last time that we spoke. So I guess the next logical area we want to be looking for in terms of support and resistance. In terms of support, we can see a little bit of confluence here. So we've got this daily order block here, the open and the high. So the open is 7,520, high is 7,659. So take the averages of those. You could probably say, give or take, 7,600 is the price point you want to be looking at. And then let's look at the level of confluence here as well. So we want to be looking at maybe the mid-range of this weekly order block. I mean, it's quite a hefty candle as well. I could probably just work it out by looking at it, but let's just do it with modern facilities. See what's going on. So 7,700 is the midpoint. So we'll take that as our range and go from there. So where are we? 7,700. Right, there we go. So this is a level we've got marked out right now in terms of possible support. If we then refine down to a daily chart, let's have a look, see what's happened since. So as you can see, price, as we mentioned, price bounced off this open of the weekly order block we quoted at 8,500, and then kind of reached up and taken quite a large dive down, quite a quick one. It's also pretty much Bitcoin in a nutshell, I guess. Volatility, large price movements within a short time frame. And yeah, I mean, if you kind of look in terms of how price is now reacted at the mean threshold, it's pretty much the last line of defense, as we say, for any order block. If price is going to hold, you want it to kind of look how it reacts at this mean threshold. In terms of accumulation zones, I mean, I always say when you look at these things on a bigger picture, you see that there's accumulation zones potentially over a few weeks. So price tends to hover around here for a few weeks, then we are likely to see a breakout either way. I think you guys know, if you've been watching my videos, I'm inclined to think that we will still take out these levels here at 10,500, maybe run up into this level anywhere potentially before the halving, which is around, I think it's less than 2 months away now. So in terms of areas for resistance, so we marked out areas potential support. You want to see how price reacts here again, then refine down to a shorter time frame or accordingly, however you wish to proceed, and take a position. In terms of resistance, moving on the upside, potential areas of resistance could be this previous support here, so 8,500. Also got an eye on this level here as well. So that's 8,300. So yeah, we really want to kind of see a nice clean breakout at this level. My personal thoughts are we'll potentially just stay around here for now, maybe a couple of weeks, scare people out. The Easter holidays are coming. Don't forget the coronavirus after effects are now being felt as well. So, you know, people are not going to work, people working from home, capital's now not being risked, being de-risked, if anything, pretty visible in the markets itself. And yeah, I mean, I guess one other thing I want to touch on, I mean, I'm not a massive believer in fundamental events unless there's a super huge candle, which is like unprecedented or not the norm. Can't really see anything here, but I believe there was a Ponzi scheme plus token or something like that that dumped a significant amount of Bitcoin over the weekend. Potentially could have led to this move, but I just think it's potential fear in the markets. People have seen how the stock market has reacted recently. People are also looking at commodities like oil tanking in price. So sometimes it's a natural reaction for people to start cashing out, cashing out, cashing out. Price then dips. Bear in mind, Bitcoin is a volatile asset. No one's going to leave their money in here. In terms of institutions, if they can just pull it out and buy it back later on within a week or two. So yeah, that's our thoughts on Bitcoin. Be interesting to see how economy shapes up going into the halving, how that has any impact. Go from there. So thank you everyone to guys who made the suggestions for the coins to look at today. Again, these are just technical analysis reviews that we do. We don't really look at the fundamentals. So if we go ahead and kick off with the first one that someone mentioned, which was Get. Now I couldn't find it on the chart provider we use, Charts CoinTrader Pro. So I went over to our partner site for data. So I'm going to make a video about this separately, guys. But if you guys are not using Nomics for your price data right now, you need to head over here. It's pretty much a similar site to what you'd find over at CoinMarketCap. Lots of price data, so I've got a whole load of coins listed on here, nicely filtered as well, so actively traded, inactive, dead coins and not priced. As you can see, it's got 7,564 coins, so it's got a huge amount of those. Pretty much a third are actively traded, and I guess, yeah, you could probably say the rest are then divided into these three categories. I'll touch on this site later on in the video, but this is where I found the price data for Get, which is Guts. Someone mentioned it in the chat. So market cap unknown, volume having a look 17,000. So we had a look at the markets because it wasn't shown on this chart. Because I'm in a good mood today, we decided to have a look. So let's have a look at IDEX. And yeah, now I can't give a USD value what I'm used to, so I'll just have to go on a ETH value. I'm not going to convert it. I guess in my head it's $200 ETH. So what's that going to be? 20 cents? 30 cents? Is that right? I mean, I'm just going to get a quick guess on that. Yeah, 32 cents. All right, fine. I'll just go on that basis. Pretty much worked it out now. So let's get this chart looking a little bit better. It looks a bit bad like that. All right, there we go. Zoom in, get it in proper again. Whoa. Okay, so first thing that stands out about this chart is not really had any sort of significant price breakout. I mean, we've had like maybe a 3x from the bottom, but that was like in market conditions back in 2018. So, maybe a year and a half ago now. Price has just been hovering around this range since, so between this 001, 002 ETH level. Yeah, and as we can see, kind of like small consolidation zone here. I mean, the volume on this is significant now. I've just looked. I mean, the huge amount of volume coming in here. Price hasn't really moved as a result. Is it being volumized? I'm not really sure. I mean, the volume now I can see isn't huge, but can't really tell the market cap as well. I mean, yeah, I'm going to have a look at the fundamentals. So coins like on this. Okay, circulating supply unloan as well. So without taking a deeper look into this, I can't really give much data in terms of where I think price could go. It's pretty obvious to see with an increase in volume here. Price dipped down, volume increased. Something to pay attention to. Come back to that zone 001 in between, pretty much the mean range. So yeah, this is going to break out. Potentially could just look at not all-time highs, a breakout of these previous highs. So even maybe a 2x from here. But that's just my opinion. So let's get moving on. Let's have a look at Tello. This is the coin we had a look at a few weeks ago. Very interesting when I looked at it briefly in terms of the fundamentals. Didn't really get time to do a review on this. I believe my colleague Nick is doing a review on this for this month, so it'll be interesting to see what he finds. But yeah, very interesting price wise. I believe the last time we looked at it, it was below $3. Price has since then broken out, hit all time highs, gone to $8.50. It's pretty much maybe a 3x from the bottom or from the time we looked at it, maybe a little bit more. Price is now consolidating here. Not really much to say about this again without looking at the fundamentals. All I can say is sometimes in crypto, when these coins are having price discovery, there is no real kind of estimate to put on the upside. I mean, the only way you can probably do it using any rationale is doing a fib extension. If someone doesn't know how this works, one moment. It's been a while since I've done this. Let's do it the normal way, the way I was taught. Right, I'm just going to add some other numbers on these. We'll do 1.68. Yep, okay, cool. Got it on there. So, got right on that. And finally, right, so basically, you know, if you want to use a fib extension, basic fibs 1.68, 2.1, 2.618, 4.2, pretty much you'll find these down to what you want. But yeah, just looking at this wouldn't be unreasonable. Price was to break out again to maybe look at this $12 level. Don't jump into this, potentially lots of time, especially with the way the market conditions are right now. Be interesting to maybe do a fundamental review on this. If you guys are interested in that, hit me up in the comments below. Moving on swiftly, I want to try and keep these videos short, so moving on. Golden coin, let's have a quick look. Again, we had a look at this a few weeks ago. I didn't mean to have a go at the guy who suggested this. Sorry if I came across as a knob. All I ask is, basically, guys, you know, if you can throw up a few new suggestions every time we do these, it then makes it easier for us to kind of, you know, not go over the same coins again and again. Obviously, I know all you guys have your favorite coins, but you must have a couple that you like, right? So, you know, please next time just throw up a few. Looking at this, going on what are we on a weekly for? Let's go on a daily. There we go. Believe the last time we looked at this, we were looking at price reaching these levels. Kind of see it topped out. We're now dipping back into this accumulation zone. Volume is now decreasing as well. So again, if you're a big fan of golden coin, no rush here. Price isn't going anywhere. Potential support here at previous resistance. So this 0.01 cents level looks pretty nice. Again, if you're a big fan of this, there's no rush on this coin. It's a long-term POW as far as the last time I checked it. High emissions as well, so big coin supply. So it's not really going anywhere, guys, in terms of, you know, if you're a big fan of this, still fundamentally probably a good long-term project, still lots of room on the upside. I guess just right now, there's no rush to jump into this. It's already had its price run from the areas you talked about previously. So that's golden. Next one someone mentioned was Swarm. So let's have a look at this. Swarm dollar, there we go. Okay, oh, right, this looks nice. So I like having a look at charts like this. We always talk about these compression zones. Long, slow bleed out on this. So it's had its, you know, previous support, broken, then new support, broken again, new support, to zoom in, broken again, and then, you know, kind of now reaccumulating. 0.02 cents all-time high on this, or recent highs, or notable recent highs. I mean, even in its January rally, it only really went to 2.7 cents, so maybe doesn't really have much going for this in terms of fundamentals. Volume is pretty much scarce as well. You can see nothing under the chart here. Seems like all this volume here, pretty much people unloaded whatever they had, and that really reflects price levels here. So pretty much price got back to where it was. People started unloading. Same here. Boom, people started unloading. Yeah, doesn't really look too good for this one. Even though it looked good on first sight, nothing really going for it. So that's Swarm. Moving on to Pyro, again another coin that's been looked at a few times. It doesn't come up on here, so I'm going to have a quick look because I'm in a good mood, as I mentioned. We're going to go to Nomics, see what Pyro is about. Okay, so no market cap listed, volume $6, pretty much non-existent. Not on a good exchange, so let's have a look, see where it's listed. It's on Etherfly, right? I'm not even going to have a look at this guy. So Pyro, yeah, I'm just going to have to scratch that one out. Sorry, Pyro Dev. Next ones, thank you very much for making these suggestions. So Phantom and BQX. So Phantom, again, I believe we had a look at a couple of weeks ago. We talked about this accumulation zone here. And yeah, you know, price has had its run up like a lot of coins. Now come back down to previous levels. So if you missed out here, you're an interested buyer in this coin. You've potentially got a rerun of this accumulation. What I would keep an eye on, markets can be irrational sometimes in crypto. So if this low breaks, look for this one to break. There is no rush. If you want to accumulate this coin, you can usually do it over a few weeks, as you can see here. Again, here, you know, so no rush on this. Just set some alerts and some levels. Yeah, and again, without knowing anything about fundamentals, not easy to say, you know, it's going to run its previous highs. Had a doubling pretty much last time, not really even. So yeah, probably better opportunities out there right now. If you're holding this, be careful of these lows breaking. BQX, okay, can't find that, so I'm not sure what it is. So have a quick look on Nomics. Is that Beaksy? Is that what the guy means? BXQ, no. Okay, right, I'm just going to have to leave that one then, buddy. I don't know. It's not coming up. And then the last one is GRIMM, not Frim, GRIMM. What's going on out here? Right, there we go. Okay. Right, looks like a recently launched coin in terms of it's not been listed since before December of last year. Had its price run down, like with a lot of coins, had a run up, but this seems to be like pretty much, you know, it's extraordinary, or as we call in this game, a pump. Pretty much a one-day candle, taking out its previous all-time high, going from 3/10 of a cent to 1.2 cents, so pretty much 4x. Price then came back down to that level, just dipped, so I didn't even come to it really, and ran up again. Wouldn't be surprised if this now breaks this low, maybe comes back down to this level here. So again, if you're interested in GRIMM, not too much rush. Have a look, see how price reacts here. You may have an accumulation zone. If it breaks that level, then we'll be looking for this level here. Yeah, so let's have a quick look on CoinMarketCap. There we go. Is this the one GRIMM coin? I'm not 100% sure. Okay, we'll see this one, XMG. Oh, so I might have having a look at the wrong thing. Right, am I being dumb here? Did the guy post a ticker or? Right, whatever, I'm going to have a look. So, well, no information on here, so let me just have a look. Yeah, we'll just leave it as that. What is it? XGM. Let me know in the comments, buddy, if you're the one who requested this and I'm being retarded. I'm looking at the wrong coin. Okay, it seems like it's the same one. So, alright, yeah, there's my views. So, yeah, final thoughts. Market is really kind of down at the moment. It's funny how a few weeks can change people's moods. One thing I'd say, there's always opportunities in this altcoin market if you're actively trading. Just stick to a plan, or even better advice, make a plan first of all if you don't have one. Stick to it. You don't have to trade every week. Trade with what you feel comfortable with. There are a ton of assets out there. There's Bitcoin. You can buy spot and sell spot Bitcoin. You can do it on leverage. plenty of products like on FTX to offer you, financial instruments like indexes, etc. Futures contracts. If you're an altcoin trader, again, similar lots of products out there. You can buy your spot altcoins. You can look for gems. You can trade large caps. You can look for 5%. You can look for 10x's. Always opportunities. Just take your time, guys. Don't ever rush into a trade. If there's one piece of advice I'm going to give you today, don't rush anything. If you miss one coin, there is another one. I've seen coin after coin in this industry be the flavor of the month. It never lasts. Get in, get out, make your money. If you're a long-term investor in something, believe in it. Don't stress if short-term price movements occur. Just bear in mind some of these coins have very illiquid supplies. One guy can hold 5%, 10% of the supply. Boom, he wants to get out. The coin can just take a big collapse in price. So yeah, they're just my thoughts, I guess. Thanks everyone for making the suggestions again. It's really a crucial part of the show. Really like interacting with the coins that you guys choose. As I mentioned before, I don't want to be a knob about it, but it's nice if you guys can throw up a few new different ones every week to look at instead of the same ones. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching. If you guys liked it, as always, hit the like and subscribe button. We'll look forward to seeing you next week. And yeah, by the way, forgot to say, check out nomics.com for your price data needs.